Volunteering is choosing a cause that you care about enough to give your time. And for many of us, time is the most precious thing we have. Because time is so precious, it is a gift that indicates to other people the importance of the cause that you're engaged in.
Showing up, being present, and bringing your energy to a cause, that's as important as writing a check. Volunteering, you become part of the solution and continue to see that those dollars that are donated are used for the best of that agency.
Your personal commitment, particularly for those volunteer activities where person-to-person contact is important, really can't be replaced. There isn't any substitute for that elderly woman. Maybe she's in her 90s, her family's gone, she has no relatives nearby. There's no substitute for having someone come in and take an interest and just have a conversation. Dollars can't replace that.
Volunteering is important to me because I've been given so much in my life. I've been blessed beyond what I could ever have imagined or dreamed of. And it's important for me to give back to those who may be less fortunate. You get a different perspective because we are very close to people who need help all the time. I think it was my mother who inspired me the most to volunteer. As I was growing up, my mother was a volunteer for many organizations. As a matter of fact, my grandfather used to, tease her because she was volunteering for so many organizations, and he would always ask her, say, "Now you're going to another job that you don't get paid for, is that correct?" And I saw that, and it created a spirit in me and a spark in me to want to volunteer and continue to help out.
Children or elderly are probably where my calling would be emotionally, where I get the most satisfaction. Those are the most vulnerable folks in society, and they always need somebody to advocate for them. So any way that you can work with children or the elderly, I think you're tops to be able to do that.
I currently mentor young disadvantaged African American men, and I really have two reasons for doing that. One is because I see the great amount of need out there, and I think that they need good role models, and hopefully I can be a good role model to them. But I also have a young daughter who I hope will get married one day, so it's important for me to make sure that there are young men out there that are in a pool that she can marry. So I think it's extremely important for the leaders to get out there and show the way and not just talk about volunteering, but also to get out there and volunteer.
Volunteering is just another aspect of leadership. And with all leadership, it's really a leader leads by example, more so than by words. It's by his or her deeds, and that people see what the leader does. And if the leader clearly doesn't volunteer, well then no amount of words will make a difference.
We try to promote it, giving them opportunities that they might not know about to go out and volunteer, and then recognizing them when they do it.
I would say that there's so many things that are needed in the community right now. I would encourage city employees to just go out and look. I mean, there's things in their neighborhood, there are things on the mayor's volunteerism committee, there are things on websites, there are all types of ways to get to participate in volunteer activities.
It's got to be emotional. This is not something you think through the way you do, let's say, some kind of an investment and stand back from it coldly and take action. This is something that is really an emotional, more of an emotional experience, I think, than an intellectual process. Just go to your local hospital, go to the neonatal or the children's area, and just think about the children that are there, some of whom don't have parents, just to spend time with them. And just make it an hour a week and just show up. Now, you might get hooked.
People who are out there volunteering need to be aware that it could lead to things they don't anticipate.
Good things.
Good things.